morning, Mount Carmel area, and welcome to this edition of MCA Live. I'm Kayla Witt.
And I'm Miranda Moser. Here's today's announcements. Today is Tuesday, November 18th, day 5. Any boy or girl interested in participating in winter track can sign up in the athletic office. Student Council will be showing ELF on Wednesday, November 26th. Admission is 50 cents and popcorn will also be on sale for 25 cents. Attention seniors, your Gertrude Hawk money is past due and you owe $48. If anyone would like to sell another box, please see Mrs. Check. Symphonic band practice is today after school for brass, woodwinds, and mallets. The Interact Club is collecting food items for God's Chuck Wagon. Please bring non-perishable items to room 304 or the box in the front lobby. Auditions for Bye Bye Birdie start today at 4 o'clock. Students are reminded to arrive 15 minutes before audition time and bring all required forms. And here's today's news.
This week's Career of the Week is a college admissions counselor. The job of a college admissions counselor is to talk to future students and their parents about the school they represent, the programs at the school, and admission procedures. They recruit students and represent their school at community and campus events. A college admissions counselor must have a 4-year bachelor's degree, but having an additional master's degree in student affairs or a related area is helpful. As more experience is acquired, advancement is possible. Admissions counselors usually travel whether it's overnight, regional, or cross-country, and often work long hours, including nights and weekends. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, college admissions counselors make an average annual salary of about $56,000. MCA Live reporter Taylor Conscious has the Career of the Week.
I would like to welcome Justine Rumble, Assistant Director of Admissions at the University of Rochester in New York. Would you like to give us some of your background?
Absolutely. So I graduated from Susquehanna University with a bachelor's degree in English and German. And I also grew up in this area, so I'm a little bit familiar with the area and what it's like to go off to college and then go off to work.
So during college, was working in admissions something that you had in mind or had planned?
Absolutely not. I was really interested in a lot of different things, and in my senior year of college, I knew that I wanted to make a list of the things that I was really interested in. I loved traveling. I loved the college atmosphere. I loved working in higher ed. I did an internship at Susquehanna in their admissions office, and that opened up a lot of doors to using my English degree and my English background, my English major, opened a lot of doors as far as being able to read into any kind of text, being able to interpret different things and interviewing with people. I do a lot of this actually. And also traveling and coordinating my travel and things like that, getting to know different cultures. You really get to know a lot of different places, a little bit about a lot of different places. So working in admissions actually has stemmed from having an English background pretty well.
What might a typical day on the job look like? Besides reading student applications, what other tasks might an admission counselor be responsible for?
Yeah, so definitely reading applications is a lot of that. And again, having an English major really contributes well to doing that. You need to make a lot of decisions very quickly, and a lot of decisions that are very important and have a lot of consequence afterwards. So you're impacting another student's potential to go on to the college of their choice. But in addition to that, you're traveling a lot. So this time of year, I'm visiting high schools, I'm going to college fairs, I'm talking to students from all over the country, really, and all over the world, who are thinking about University of Rochester. So being able to communicate with students about what their goals are, how that may fit, is pretty important. So a typical day, really, there is no such thing. It really depends on the time of year, whether I'm traveling or in the office reading applications. It all depends on the time of year.
What is something that might surprise someone considering a career in admissions?
Kind of similar to the previous question, there is no typical day. And one thing that was surprising to me is that anything can happen. I may be talking to someone from our music conservatory one day who's thinking about a music career as a professional, to in the same day talking to a student who has come from Africa and is the first time entering the United States, let alone entering higher education. There's no cookie cutter, one size fits all kind of conversation that you're having with all the people that you're meeting every day. So that's one thing that I found surprising, but also really exciting about this kind of career path.
What might someone find most rewarding?
One of those things, actually working with students who have so many different backgrounds, getting to know students beyond just their test scores and just their grades and things like that. I get to actually interview students and get to know them pretty well, hopefully throughout the application process. But then also, if they do enroll at University of Rochester, I may be working with them also as an advisor. At my particular place of employment, they also allow me to be an advisor in addition to working in admissions. So I get to work with students as current students, and that's one thing that I love about the admissions field. You get to see students at all different stages in their career paths. One of the negatives, I would say maybe traveling. Sometimes, that's one thing that I really loved about University of Rochester and admissions in general, but it also, as you get older, sometimes, if you're starting a family, if you're settling down, it's sometimes hard to be away from family. You spend a lot of time by yourself on the road. So those are some of the things that you have to keep in mind if you're considering a career in admissions, of course.
Do you have any advice for someone considering this type of career?
Definitely consider, if you know that you love to travel, if you're kind of a road warrior, sort of like I was when I was in high school. I had no qualms about driving to a concert on the other side of the state. That was something that I loved to do. If you are good with putting a travel itinerary together, those are some things to keep in mind that you will be doing a lot of if you're working in admissions. You'll travel a lot, especially your first few years. And then after that, you also have to keep in mind there's a lot of reading. You do kind of like almost any educational career, you're taking work home with you. So you're coming home at the end of the day and you are reading applications. So you may, be interested in a job where you show up. When you're done with that day, you come home and you don't have to think about it. With admissions, you are coming home and you're still an admissions counselor. You're still a representative of that university. So you may find yourself doing things related to admissions at any point in the day.
Is there anything else that you'd like to add?
I think that pretty much covered it. I think it's pretty important that students know that a lot of different kinds of majors, such as an English degree, can really benefit going into a field such as admissions or higher ed in general.
Well, thank you for taking the time to stop by.
Thank you for inviting me.
College admissions is just one occupation where an English degree is helpful. For more information on this or a related field, stop in the guidance office. The Art Club is taking orders for Yummy Gertrude Hawk chocolates now through November 20th. Each member has a magazine flyer filled with chocolate, gummies, and sweet treats. The club is asking that each member sells at least 2 items which will be delivered to the high school before Christmas break. Help out the Art Club by ordering some of these delicious treats by Thursday. Future Business Leaders of America Club is in full swing. More than 20 members are now preparing for the first competition in categories such as public speaking, desktop publishing, and emerging businesses. Officers of the club are as follows: President Maddie Lyash with Vice President Joanna Davidson. Secretary is Maddie Shurock, Treasurer is Chantel Scavery, and Club Historian is Alan Yankowski. The club is led by Mr. Trista Callis and Mrs. Kristen Forspring. Good luck to the FBLA members in their upcoming competition in December. Stay right where you are. Luke Darrop is up next with sports.
The Red Tornadoes football team ended their season with a 7-4 record, and 8 players have been chosen for the Pennsylvania Heartland Association Conference All-Stars. On the first team is quarterback Dominic Farinato, wide receiver Trayvon White, offensive lineman Lee Amoros, and running back and defensive back Blake Panko. The second team honors lineup includes offensive lineman Mike Kaminsky and tight end Christian Kelly. On the other side of the ball, defensive lineman Glenn Barwicki, linebacker Alan Yankowski, defensive back Trayvon White, and punter Dominic Farinato were selected. Congratulations to all of the All-Stars on a great year. With this being the true end to an exciting fall sports season at Mount Carmel area, winter sports are on the horizon and official practices have begun. There are no sports for tonight, so back to Miranda at the news desk.
Thanks, Luke. The Mount Carmel Area PTA is hosting its annual book fair in the elementary school library now until Friday. Books are buy one, get one free, with the fair being open daily for students and open to the public tonight from 6 to 8 p.m. If you are interested in purchasing books or are ready to start on your Christmas shopping, the PTA book fair just may have some great gifts to fill your needs. And for today's lunch, chicken and cheese fajita, green beans and sliced pears, and for tomorrow's breakfast, scrambled eggs with cheese, whole grain cereal with toast, assorted bagels, and 100% juice. Thanks for joining us this morning.
I'd like to welcome Miranda as our newest anchor on MCA Live.
Thanks, Kayla. It's great to be here.
Have a marvelous Tuesday.